Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Today I'm going to present about public perception index toward electrified double track project Gemas Johor Bahru. I am Nurul Akila binti Zainal and my supervisor is Dr. Jowono. So here is my table of content. So in my presentation, I will first present about introduction and then move to literature review, research methodology, expected finding, and as well as the references. Okay, now we will move to background of study. The railway system is critical in providing economic and social development from urban to suburban area. The primary function of railway has been mitigate the negative effect of car use, specifically in traffic congestion as well as environmental pollution. The electrified double track project from Gemas to Johor Bahru, it will connect all the double track from the northern region of Malaysia, which is from Padang Besar to Johor Bahru. While doing the construction, we have to consider the public reaction. So the public reaction to an infrastructure, railway or any construction project may be influenced by the project unique qualities, current political difficulties, or the perceived environmental, safety or health risks of the project. Okay, now we will move with problem statement. First, what is the local resident awareness concerning about this project? This is because the Gemas JB double track project has been delayed due to some issues, which is issues with coordination of infrastructure as well as the relocation of the communities. The next problem statement here is what is the public perception toward the project? This is because this project is built on the brownfield site and work closely with around 200,000 citizens of the state of Johor. So here we can receive like many perception from the citizen of Johor. So now I will move to objective. So objective here is to gauge the local resident knowledge of the EDTP Gemas JB. Next is to analyze public perception towards the project. And last but not least is to propose the positive measure in perception index of the project. Okay, for the scope of study, first we will investigate the local resident awareness toward the EDTP Gemas JB project. But to investigate, we will develop a series of questionnaire and distributed to local residents. The survey was planned to be in bilingual language, which is English and Malay. So the reliability test will be done to ensure that the questionnaire created is reliable. So after the data processing and analyzing done, the positive measure in perception index will be proposed accordingly. Okay, now we will move to literature review regarding electrified double track. Following the trend that has been observed all across the world, physical and urban planning has been shifted its focus from mode of transportation that rely on automobile towards railing between and around major urban centre. According to Hutchinson, the rail connection can make it possible for citizens to travel between each urban more quickly, and they can also facilitate the construction of ambitious transit-oriented development in new stations located along the route. With the upgrading of the single track to the double track, it will give the benefit to both passenger and freight services. The train ridership and freight capacity will expand aggressively. The two largest port, which is Port Klang and Tanjung Pelepas, will be connect automatically once the Gemas Johor Bahru project completed. Upon completion of EDTP Gemas Johor Bahru project, the new ETS will be running at operation speed approximately 120 km per hour, which is more faster than the current speed by Diesel. Okay, now we will move to public perception. Some people may be directly impacted by railroad construction, such as land acquisition, which may take a long time to complete the entire project. The development use of land, road and space would cause additional issues such as traffic disruption. This project construction could be one of the cause of the traffic issues, which is congestion and pollution on the road through the section. It is associated with ownership, an increase in the number of vehicles that also disrupted other activities such as time travel, particularly at intersection. The public understanding and concern regarding the project would have important application for the implementation of the project. Hence, we can consider the public perception and expectation as one of the way towards the better strategy to carry out the further project. Okay, for the Cronbach Alpha, the Cronbach Alpha is a static used to analyze the internal consistency or reliability of set of scale or test item. So here is the equation for the Cronbach Alpha. So the alpha itself is the instrument reliability coefficient, and the K is the number of data variable that make up the latent variable, and the rest is the total item variance. So according to Cziong, if we get the alpha value more than 0.6, then it is reliable, and if we get below than 0.6, then our survey is not reliable or consistent. So there are three strategies for estimating the reliability. First is test-retest reliability. Here it will administer a test twice on a different occasion and evaluate the correlation between two set of score. So second is equivalent form reliability. For equivalent form reliability, it will conduct two form of tests and evaluate the correlation between two set of the result. So last is internal consistency reliability. So here it is estimated based on a single form of test at a single occasion. So since they cannot ensure reliable measurement if the questionnaire scale have low reliability, so we use Cronbach Alpha as an indicator for scale reliability. Okay, now I move to important performance analysis, IPA. IPA is a valuable method for investigating customer satisfaction and management tactics. So in IPA, it will analyze based on 4 quadrant, which is, so here is the 4 quadrant that I mentioned, based on X and Y axis. Y axis is for the importance and X axis is performance. So the first quadrant is top priority, high level of importance and low level of performance. So here it requires fast action to improve, and it is a major weakness. So for the second quadrant is surviving good work. It has both high and performance, both important and performance is high. It indicates opportunity to achieve or maintain competitive advantage and key strength. For the third quadrant, it has low priority, so low importance as well as the performance. It has minor weakness and does not require additional effort. So for the third quadrant, it has the possibility of overdoing, low importance and high performance, which indicate that the business resources committed to this attribute is excessive and need to be placed elsewhere. Okay, now we move to research methodology. So in here, I provide the summarized methodology in form of flowchart. So the problem statement here, I already mentioned before. So in here, I'll just summarize public perception in EDTP Gemas Johor Bahru. So we aim to analyze the local resident awareness towards the project as well as their perception in order to propose what are the initiative that can be done by contractor to serve the public better, as well as gain their recognition. So in order to do that, we have to analyse the public awareness toward contractor behaviour with respect to Malaysia Standard MS 1722 2011. So here we will analyse that based on the standard. So to develop the checklist for the purpose of the evaluate the public knowledge, and develop a questionnaire for the determination of the factor that concerning the public perception toward this project. So after the preliminary study done on the document related, we will draft a checklist and questionnaire to get the public perception and knowledge to the project. So the questionnaire is analysed and observed based on two criteria. The data is the first data is about the public knowledge, and the second is the factor concerning the public perception toward the project. So the method used is survey and questionnaire by using QR code and online form. So the location, the questionnaire will be distributed to the 11 main station from Gemas Johor Bahru. It will start from Segamat, Genuang, Labis, Sebekuk, Paloh, Keluang, Mengkibul, Renggam, Layang-Layang, Kulai and Kempas Baru. So for the instrument of the study, in preparation of the checklist and questionnaire, there will be 3 main scope, and it will be analysed with Likert scale 1 to 5 with accordance to Cronbach alpha. So the first main scope is demographic info. In demographic info, it will include the respondent information, respondent socio information, which is gender, age and district. So the next is public knowledge and perception about the project. So in here we will include what is the work performance by the local contractor, what is their opinion regarding the safety and environmental issue, design and technology of the research project. Okay, so the last part is about the positive suggestion from the public. It is crucial so that the contractor can get the positive measurement for the better project delivery. Okay, now is data analysis. We will use the reliability test, which is the alpha Cronbach. So to test the internal consistency, the reliability command in the SPSS, which is the statistical package for social science, is used to run the Cronbach alpha. So here I provide the step to analyze the alpha. When we transfer our variable of the questionnaire, which is the Likert scale that I mentioned before this, 1 to 5, then the software will generate the alpha value for this questionnaire. So this is the typical alpha value when we generate from the SPSS. If we get the high value of alpha, it means that the item in the test are highly correlated, and if we get low value of alpha, it means that the variable in our questionnaire is not enough. So we have to add more relevant item so that it can increase the alpha. Once we get the high value of alpha, and we can consider that our questionnaire is reliable. Now is expected finding. The expected result will be considered as a new finding and knowledge. The first finding is public knowledge towards EDTP Gemas JB project will be evaluated based on their demographic info, which is age, gender and district. So the second finding is The public perception and expectation will be analysed based on Cronbach Alpha. The third finding is the positive measure in public perception index is proposed, and the implementation of the initiative element for the project delivery and services, for the better project delivery and services. So this is the references that I use for this proposal. That's all from me. Thank you.